So I am Kathy Ensor, Director of the Center for Computational Finance and Economic Systems here at Rice. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you here today for the 10th Eubank Conference. It's also the 20th anniversary of CoFES. And so I'm not sure that we woke up to that early enough, but it's just been an amazing journey over these last 20 years that I look forward to sharing with you. But first and foremost, I'd like to welcome Dr. Rudy Guerra, the chair of the Department of Statistics. Rudy.
Get on already. Thank you, Kathy. Welcome everyone to Rice and to the Eubank Conference. Our dean couldn't make it today, so I'm taking up both times, and I promise I'll be done within an hour. The Eubank Conference is a very special event at Rice. It brings together the best of those working in finance, including faculty, students, business, and industry leaders from outside the hedges as well. And this year, as Kathy said, marks a special year for the conference, for it's the 10th anniversary of the Eubank Conference, as well as the 20th anniversary of CoFES, which was the basis for the Eubank Conference. For 10 years, people have been attending the Eubank Conference to learn about and to share the latest in computational finance and economic systems. The theme for this year's conference is Frontiers of Quantitative Finance, a fitting topic for today's digital world. Look just about anywhere, and there's talk of how big data, data science, machine learning, and AI are changing the way we look at things and the way we do things. Medicine, sports, engineering, law, human rights, and business and finance are just a few areas where data and computation come together to help find solutions to some of society's most pressing problems. Indeed, it seems that every time I tune into NPR's Marketplace, Kai Rizdal is talking about data. Data and computation have always been at the heart of this conference. In fact, in 2009, our dear friend and colleague, the late Professor Jim Thompson, he gave the first talk at the first Eubank Conference, which was entitled, his talk was entitled Bad Economics, Bad Public Policy, and the Disadvantages of Disregarding Data. As we participate in the Eubank Conference, I'm proud that it's here at Rice. And I'm especially proud of the fact that the roots of the conference are in the Department of Statistics, which has always been concerned with real problems and pushing the boundaries of statistics for the betterment of society. It's also fitting that the conference is here in Houston, home to the third largest concentration of Fortune 500 companies, second only to New York and Chicago. Houston is also home to the youngest and most diverse talent pool in the country. And of course, some of this talent lists Rice in their resumes. As I look at the speaker list for today's conference, I see many Rice alums from the George R. Brown School of Engineering and the Jones School of Business who have gone on to become leaders in business and finance and innovators of quantitative finance. Over the years, the Eubank Conference has addressed many timely and important topics. A few of them remind me of today's theme, Frontiers of Computational Finance. The first one in 2009 was modeling and analytics, and certainly data and digital technology make use of both modeling and analytics. The third conference in 2011 was investing during troubled times. And in light of the pandemic, we certainly face challenging times. And the sixth conference, risk and opportunity, the way forward. Analytics, statistics, data science, and related fields are indeed shaping the way forward all around us. Many people think we're just beginning to see the impact. How, for example, will AI play out? As with all good conferences, I hope we leave this one with more questions than we have answers. It's exciting what today will bring. Today's conference would not be possible without the sponsorship and leadership of many people, but especially Nancy Moore and Thomas Eubank, Drs. Kathy Ensor and John Dobelman of the Department of Statistics and CoFES. And before I close, because today is the 10th anniversary of the Eubank Conference and the 20th anniversary of CoFES, I want to take just a minute to acknowledge Kathy Ensor. I've been here for 22 years, and she was chair when I came in, and she has been an absolute force behind finance here at Rice. Were it not for her, we would not be here having this conference. She's led the minor in finance. She's led CoFES. She's led this conference. She's helped to develop programs in statistics and other departments with concentrations in finance. She's just amazing. And to top it all off, she's our current president of the American Statistical Association, which has something like 75,000 members. And in case you don't know, she's also been elected to the Texas A&M Academy of Distinguished Former Students. It's really my pleasure that I work with her and I watch her help Rice grow and have an impact on Houston. Thank you very much, Kathy.
Well, as I'm blushing, so thank you very much. And Rudy, thank you for those wonderful remarks. Extremely well done. And a reminder of why we work so hard to make CoFES happen here at Rice. So I now want to switch to my slides. While we're switching, let's see. See me? That is it. Is there a clicker or not a clicker? Can I borrow your clicker, Dexter? There we go. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so I thought it was worth it for this 20th anniversary to maybe do a little bit of a retrospective on CoFES and how it's integrally entwined with this conference. And so this conference is sort of the end of the year for us, but there's so much that goes on throughout the year, and hopefully you'll come away understanding a little bit of that as I go through this. First of all, I guess CoFES, as Dexter correctly helped us learn to say this, that's the Center for Computational Finance and Economic Systems, and it was founded in 2002, so that's a while back. We do bring together diverse interests and viewpoints, but we are dedicated to the quantitative study of financial markets and economic systems and their impact on society. CoFES started out as a strong collaboration between the George R. Brown School of Engineering, School of Social Science, and Jones School of Business. And statistics at Rice sits in engineering, as well as applied math, computer science, electrical engineering. And so engineering at Rice is a very fruitful area for this effort. So some of our initiatives, so we've since 2002 have had over 11 million in endowments, gifts, private grants, and so that's helped feed our business model, so to speak. And through that, we've been able to advance the boundaries of statistical analysis, modeling, and quantitative finance. We've evolved new methods and technology, including blockchain, crypto, machine learning, and we disseminate our knowledge through curriculum, conferences, and short courses. So it's hard to, so you have to remember that academia is, we have students moving through on a regular basis, and so it's not like you have a fixed population, and so they come forward with new innovative ideas and new things that they're excited about, and we try to capitalize on that excitement. But we brought together a collective of leading academic researchers and financial and economic professionals who specialize in quantitative and mathematical finance, modeling dynamic micro and macro economic systems, econometrics, development of algorithms, forecasting techniques based on high-dimensional time series data, of course, artificial intelligence and machine learning, much of what goes on in this building. blockchain technologies, Bayesian methods, stochastic processes, just to name a few. So we're very technical and modeling and quantitatively focused. So we think hard about high performance computing and the models behind what that means. We do look to new arenas in global markets and financial technology landscapes. We've involved over 25 Ph.D. students throughout the years, and those are 25 that actually graduated with an emphasis in finance. Nearly $750,000 in Ph.D. fellowships over the last decade, and another $250,000 in undergraduate and grad student support in 10 years. So students are exposed to real-world research projects. So we have the Brown Foundation research grants, alumni gifts, and the Vanguard CoFES Innovation Fund that we established last year. We do fund innovative curriculum, interdisciplinary research groups dedicated to the quantitative study of financial markets and economic systems, and market risk analysis and optimization. So we're here celebrating our 20th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, we bring the 10th Eubank Conference on Real World Markets, focusing on frontiers of quantitative finance. And when Rudy said that he looked over the list and he saw a lot of alumni from the George R. Brown School of Engineering or from Rice University, I guess that is by design. And so we've tried to pull together alums from the CoFES program or alums that helped us establish the CoFES program for today's workshop. And I'm super excited to be seeing old friends and making new ones today. We also have established a white paper series and technical reports, which are available for Rice's Fondren Library. And the goal there is to try to assimilate all of the many pieces of CoFES research that go into the fabric of what we do. Formal thank you to Nancy and Tom Eubank for endowing this conference and for the endowment that allows us to do a lot of what we do for the Rice community and beyond. And so Nancy and Tom, I hope you're on Zoom. So I know that look forward to seeing you tonight, but again, a big shout out and a thank you for everything that you've done. Okay, so I thought it might be worthwhile just to go through kind of this list of conferences. And so, because so Rudy gave us the first talk that Jim Thompson gave, and Jim Thompson and Ed Williams, who aren't with us any longer, but they were both very instrumental in helping found CoFES and help us get it on a strong intellectual footing. And we miss them dearly to today. But that was our first conference, but I just thought it was worthwhile to just go through the titles of the conference. So I'm the title creator for the conferences, so we moved in 2010 to modeling financial markets in a world of fiat money. And that was a really interesting conference as we looked at the sort of, what does it mean not to be attached to a gold standard? But I think if we think back to that conversation as we sit here today in the crypto world, it seems like what we brought out in that conference might even be even more important today. Then in 2011, we moved to critical issues in today's dynamic and uncertain political climate and markets, trying to go on the positive side, creating growth, entrepreneurship, and analytics in 2013. 2015, we fully partnered with the Baker Institute and the economics department to bring a focus on energy. That was really an exciting conference. 2016, risk and opportunity, the way forward. 2017, we focused on high frequency trading, mitigating its impact on trading and investing. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was a pretty dynamic day where we had speakers from both sides of what this meant, just really sort of sharing their day-to-day battle with each other with us. And so that was kind of a fantastic day. As we moved through, I think we moved into 2018 intelligent advising in the fintech era, and that was looking at all the sort of robo apps where we have, everybody being advised continuously, and what does that mean for fund managers and for the community at large. And then I took a little break, a little COVID break. So welcome back, everyone. It's so good to see you. But last year we decided to go ahead and go forward with the Eubank Conference. It was predominantly virtual, but we just saw an opportunity to have the discussion around sports analytics and gaming risk management. And that was a hugely successful conference as we looked over all of the paradigms that are brought forward with the legalization of sports gambling across our nation. And I like to say that from that conference, one outcome of that conference is our Department of Sport Management here at Rice is now going to be offering an undergraduate major. And as director of CoFES, I was able to really help support that effort. And I think our conference helped pull together their community, showing that there really is a strong academic component to sports analytics. Okay, so one of the primary drivers, educational drivers, and for our early years of CoFES is that we, together with statistics, together with applied math and math, had this huge grant from the National Science Foundation called Vertical Integration of Research and Education. And so we took advantage of that to really launch the CoFES program and to develop a lot of undergraduate and graduate tools that carry forward today. So that was a $10 million grant from the National Science Foundation that really helped launch this effort. And through this, we were able to actually start an undergraduate minor by financial computation and modeling that statistics and economics and computational and applied math jointly deliver to the students at Rice. I just signed off on 14 graduation certifications for this spring. And so we graduate somewhere between 10 and 15 a year. And so this has it's very well received by the undergraduate community. And then again, in 2009, we brought forward the first Eubank Conference. So in 2013, we formally established the Tom and Nancy and Tom Eubank Research Excellence Fund in Computational Statistics. We awarded the first CoFES Prize in Computational Statistics. In 2015, we initiated a course in Quantitative Finance and in another workshop in blockchain and cryptocurrency that actually Dexter helped us put together. And and in 2021, we've formally initiated a 3-credit course in blockchain and cryptocurrency. And what's not on this list is that as a result of this NSF Vigor grant, we've had every semester a 1-hour discussion seminar, Stat 4999 699, that John and I co-lead along with senior graduate students. Dr. Michael Jackson has helped us with that for the last couple of semesters, but that keeps our conversations going in a very healthy way for our quantitative finance students. So we do work across schools to broaden research and coordinate education programs. We see Ph.D. students from statistics, economics, finance, business, from other quantitative fields, physics, of course, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, seeing many more from computer science. And then the statistics department also offers a professional master's, and many of the professional master's students pursuing the statistics degree will actually focus on finance. And I think I have a slide on that in just a second. Yeah, so roughly almost 40% of the statistics students coming to Rice for a professional master's are focused on the quantitative finance curriculum. So, so here's a list of some of the courses that we've been able to establish. And so as you can see, we have a very wide range of courses. And again, coming forward from statistics, economics, and computational applied mathematics. And then you layer on to that all of the massive amount of courses going on in AI and machine learning from the engineering school, both in statistics and beyond. And you come out with students that are really well prepared for the financial industry. So we do provide academic research opportunities and support undergraduates in REU experiences, as well as support them through distinction research and creative works, and then invite them to publish in our CoFES white paper series. So some members include an international academic and research community, business and financial professionals, both local and national. Membership has grown to approximately 360 subscribers, and members do receive invitation to the Eubank conferences, workshops, and short courses. And we have a speaker series throughout the year that Dr. Doubleman runs, and we send out invitations to that as well. So we do have a CoFES YouTube channel, which features past lectures, and hoping that today's lectures go on our YouTube channel with the speaker's permission, of course. But it's really exciting to look back over the years and see all of our guests and all of the great things that they've shared with us. We are reestablishing our external advisor, or our advisory board, which will consist of both internal and external advisors. Really pleased to get that going again. We'll be meeting tomorrow. We try to develop partnerships and collaborations with leading companies and growing opportunities through research internships like the Michael Reed's program in AI deep learning and the Vanguard CoFES Innovation Fund. And so with that, I want to welcome you to the 2022 Eubank Conference, Frontiers in Quantitative Finance.